I want to go back to the final play against North Carolina State because we didn't have you last week, and I just want to make sure I'm
Oh, yeah.
getting your take on this, because I actually posted a video and I agreed with the decision, or at least I said that I could understand the decision based on Ryan Fitzgerald's issues.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the play call, because when we see the shot of the play from the end zone looking out, and we can see Jordan Travis's eyes and where his head is for the entire play, it looks like he predetermined that's where I'm going. Mm-hmm. Didn't look like he surveyed the field and then he went there, from what I remember. So do you think that's where he was going all along, or because it just seems like they could have drawn up some kind of a pick play rub where you could have easily gotten a guy open versus just toss it up.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. And it might be on to it, Mark, because those two have built a lot of trust within one another. I mean, it started off in that game too. You know, he already went to him once and it worked out pretty well. Why not give him another shot? And they've built trust throughout practice, and they built it through the games. The last couple of games, Jordan Travis and Micah Pittman have been connected very well. I think that's something that Jordan Travis still learning, you know, and it'll be a further conversation on this show and everybody else's of, you know, does Jordan Travis come back next year? Is he ready to move on? I've always thought since before the season even began that I think Jordan Travis needed another year. And that's a whole different kind of conversation. This play alone, I think he was just going for a shot there to end the game. And he's kind of turned into this. He did it against Clemson too. He's starting to do the kind of hero ball that Jameis did, where for no reason whatsoever, you should be throwing the ball definitely when you're getting hit and kind of just lobbing it up. I mean, there is some times this season where there should be multiple interceptions, but some of the defenders didn't come down with it. Happened against Clemson too, where the ball should not even be thrown whatsoever. And he's got to understand he doesn't need to do that in order for Florida State to stay in this game. Because Florida State was doing pretty well on defense for the most part. Just giving up those explosive plays hurt them a lot. Just trust in your team. And I think that's something Jordan Travis still learning mentally more than anything. He's shown us that, yes, he can be a passer. But I do like now that we're over the whole I've got to pass to prove everybody wrong kind of deal, because that's how the season started, and that hurt Florida State's offense. I mean, now he's running. He's now, I think in the last two games, 160, 170 yards rushing. And before that, it was barely anything. Jordan Travis is a dual threat quarterback. He does not need to be prone to just staying focused on passing the ball. And I'm hoping that Mike Norvell, and I think it's been that way because they got to get down the field. But, you know, Mike Norvell, Coach Tokar's, sit down with him and, you know, we've got to use your legs too, man. And if things aren't open down the field, and I understand rolling out you want to do, but sometimes when you're rolling out, that's the point. When you're rolling out and you've got 5-6 yards ahead of you, or if you just need, 3-4 yards and you've got the first down there, get the first down and let's keep this series going. But there's times where he'll stay rolling out and you end up throwing the ball away and you're at third down where you could have easily got the first down. I think that's something where Jordan Travis is still learning as a quarterback. And we'll have a big conversation soon on, you know, how much will he stay? Will he go? Should he go? Should he not? Still a learning quarterback in my hands. But I've all, you know me, Mark, I've always said, be a dual threat quarterback. We don't have to be a passer. I understand that that's something that you wanted to show people. I think the staff wanted to show that he has gotten better at a passer, but damn, he is one special guy with his legs, and he's kept Florida State in games. He's won games for Florida State with his legs. Don't take away his legs. Use them as a weapon. And I don't know. I don't know. They're doing it in the last couple of weeks because they have to, but wish it was more in the game plan. And I think it is in the game plan, but it's also Jordan Travis executing.
Well, I would understand his approach if this was 10 years ago and he was looking at the NFL and thinking, you know, they look down on guys that are run first guys or pass run 50-50 kind of guys. But Lamar Jackson broke through that. Other guys have broken through that. And it's just a different mindset, even in the NFL, toward guys that, you know, they don't want a running back playing quarterback, but in terms of guys that will take off, will run a lot of the time, I think that perception, that mindset has been broken even at the next level. So he shouldn't be afraid of that and trying to prove that he's always going to stand in the pocket, always going to throw it.
Yeah, and he'll get better. It will come, and then it sucks you go 0-3 in this stretch, but you've definitely learned a lot, and you got a lot. You still got quite a bit of a season left with 2 big time rivalry games coming up to finish off the season. So it ain't over yet, and you got a Syracuse team coming up soon that seems to be playing well. Just depends on the kind of competition they're facing.
Yeah, I think they've proven to be a decent team. I don't know if they're ready for anything beyond that, but we'll find out Saturday at Clemson for sure. But I think Syracuse is at a place, you can't overlook them. You certainly can't overlook them. They took Florida State to the wire last year, and with not a very good football team.